Good morning, guys. Um, this is for entertainment purposes. These are my own opinions and thoughts. Do your own research and be nice in the comments. You don't know what to believe anymore from anybody, but I read that the Kensington or Buckingham Palace wanted to put a statement saying that they're saddened by all of this. No, this is not a moment of sadness for anybody. I don't think that the palace should engage in tit for tat. Meghan said this, Meghan said that. That's undignifying. And it's not necessary because the public receipts of all her lies are out there. So in that regards, no. I don't think that they should take it about slander or anything else. For me, I don't believe for a second that she wanted to kill herself while she was pregnant. Does that ring any bells, anybody? This is a woman who paved the dark streets of LA, getting the most brutal rejections because, let's face it, Hollywood completely rejected her. Do you understand what it takes to be a Z-list actress in the US, in Hollywood? It takes a lot of you. Have to be pretty darn, strong in the sense that you have to be able to take rejection and do whatever it takes to get any roles like she has. I mean, mattress casting has been her motto. So this is a woman who's brutal, who's rough. She's rough. So now you're telling me that she didn't get depressed nor suicidal, even though she had this blog, I think The Secret, whatever it was, where she said how hard it was to go out in the beat of the streets and be rejected over and over and over and not having enough money to pay her bills. And she wasn't suicidal then. But now when she's in the castle with all these servants, with everything there, now she's suicidal after she watched Princess Diana say that she threw herself down the stairs. That's the only bit that was missing. So no. I don't buy that she was never suicidal while she was being rejected year after year after year in Hollywood, to the point that she married poor Trevor in order to have a good life, because otherwise she would have been waitressing somewhere. So no, I don't buy that. And I think that she should be called out on that. I think that was said so she would, the bullying claims would die down. How dare you accuse me of being a bully when I try to kill myself because how horrible you were? No, I don't buy that. I think she should use a lot of her poop spray that she was advertising to spray all around her because it smells bad. So no, but I do think that the palace should put out a statement saying that they will take, after the allegations that, whoever they made, Harry and Meghan made, that they will investigate the allegations against the staff. And they will take action one way or the other. Because it's time to show equality. Equality means that we all have the same rights, but we are also held to the same standard of consequences for our actions. That is what equality is. It's like when you're a parent, you have parental rights, but you also have responsibilities. I see all these deadbeat dads. Oh, I want to see my kid. You're stopping me from seeing my kid. But when it comes down to pay the check for the child support, you can't find them anywhere. I'm not saying that all dads are like that, because I know a lot of loving fathers, okay? But, generally speaking, that's what it is. So I don't want to see a statement from Palace saying we're saddened. No, we're not fucking sad. We want those titles removed. We want those titles removed. The UK and the Commonwealth need peace. Meghan just got the huge platform that she wanted. So now she can go and star in I'm a reality, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, or Big Brother, or Housewives of Beverly Hills, whatever. She can go do that because she can clearly not act. So yeah, I don't want to see a statement saying, oh, we're sad. We're not fucking sad. And I'm sad. I'm sorry, I'm swearing, but we're not sad. It's time to stand up for the loyal staff who, out of love and respect for their crown, it's there, because a lot of those people don't get paid very much. So it's not fair that they get trashed by this And I'm sorry to Mr. Markle and Samantha Markle because they are lovely people. I'm so glad that she's coming out fighting. But no, it's time to call them out in their lives. No more protecting them, because this is what got you in trouble. And one thing that they also have to put out, because this is a matter of public record, the date of their marriage is something that is a serious matter. Because if they got married, what was the Archbishop of Canterbury doing there, marrying them without any witnesses? Why did they need to remarry afterwards? Did anybody sign either of those certificates? Because if there's no signatures from witnesses, then the marriage is not valid. No, the UK should not, and the Queen should not be held to ransom. That, oh, either you give me the titles or, this is not, it doesn't work like that. That is blackmail. Harry defected to the United States because his little tantrums, he didn't get what he wanted. We have the most unattractive thing in a man. A 36-year-old man who is a millionaire complaining he didn't get, my dad cut me off. I've been working since I was 17 years old. Everything I have, it's mine. I paid for it. And Meghan complained that she was protected by the union. Didn't she lie? Saying that, oh, I lie. I'm such a fraud. Yeah. So no, and Meghan knows how it works in the U.S. You pay your way, buddy boy. You pay your way. She's an American. What is she doing using the titles? So she wasn't actually wanting to give the titles. She wanted more or higher ranking ones than the ones she got. So it's time for the palace to issue statements saying that they forget about this racism. No, it has nothing to do with racism. She was never depressed and she was never suicidal. It was the other way around, the poor employees and the royal family. Can you imagine Meghan being around the Duchess of Cambridge and the Queen? Oh, fucking hell. Anyways, it's disgusting, can you imagine? Meghan Markle was forced upon the UK and the royal family by a whining, tantrum-y, lack of, any character man. So it's time for the royal family to start holding people accountable. And I'm going to say this one last time about Prince Andrew. I am no big fan of this, as you know, neither his skanky wife, ex-wife, or whatever you want to call it. But having sex with a 17-year-old woman who is of legal age, who charged for her services that night handsomely, that is not criminal. And he's not the first old geek who sleeps with younger women. We have lots of that, okay? Especially in Hollywood. So no, until proven guilty, yes, he should answer the questions, clearly. But just because you can't say, oh, look at Peter, so you don't look at Paul, it doesn't work in the world or anywhere else. Now, I'm going to address something before. So, yeah, a statement has to be said about the employees and the allegations in regards to the employees and the wedding. They have to clarify whether they're actually married, because if the wedding certificate in the church when they get married is not signed by two witnesses, and the one 3 days prior, it's not signed by anybody, are they married? This is something of legal importance, and it has to be addressed. The bishop cannot hide. Oh, I'm not going to answer. Yes, you have to fucking answer. We all want to know. These are my thoughts. Now, before I go, I'm going to say something very quickly. A lot of people are saying, no, it takes an act of parliament. No, from what I understand, I am the one who asked my friend who's British, who's a solicitor in the UK, a very highly well-known solicitor, to write the letters to Parliament, asking them to strip Harry of titles, not on the basis that, oh, I don't like Harry. No, the letter that we wrote was based on financial and constitutional concerns, because and we asked first to confirm if they were if the Counselor of the State is something very seriously. So we asked to confirm whether the clause that if one of the first top 6 in line is not living in the UK, whether they are not Counselors of State. That was confirmed, that yes, because Harry's not living in the UK, he's not Counselor of State. Second, we based it on financial concerns, saying, you know what, is the UK and the Commonwealth, because I am Canadian, supposed to pay for this money, blah, blah, blah. And we outline a list of things that are constitutional. It has nothing to do with liking Harry or not. It's just a matter of practicality. And I told you that the reason why I asked my friend is because even though I'm part of the Commonwealth, I figured that it would come, if he came from a British citizen, most likely he would get an answer, right? Instead of referring me to write to my Canadian people. And we got, out of the 4 letters we got 3 answers. The 3rd letter I sent, we didn't get an answer, but the 4th letter, the person who I sent the 3rd letter to also signed the letter along with the 4th person who responded. Their answer, and this is according to their answer, unequivocally was that the dukedoms or royal titles and dignities created by the Queen and granted to their royal family members is at the total discretion of the monarch. That the peerages, royal peerages created by the Queen belong to the crown. They responded like with three pages, like very detailed things. They explained in great detail to me, well, to the letter and to my friend, that their peerages, non-royal peerages, are different than royal peerages because those, again, belong to the monarch and are created specifically for a prince, or an earl or whatever. So it was at the Majesty's discretion, and that those royal titles and dignities, either when they're granted, they can become extinct, suspended, or taken back by the crown. That's it. And that they had nothing to do with those. That the only thing that they would interfere with is if it was a succession. And in those cases, prior to an MP submitting a bill or an act, for Parliament, is amply discussed with Her Majesty the Queen to avoid a constitutional crisis whereby a member of Parliament proposes something and Her Majesty refuses to give royal assent. So when the Succession Amendment Act in 2013, prior to Nick the Clegg guy proposing it in Parliament, it had been already, all the terms had been already discussed and agreed upon with Her Majesty the Queen. They just formally proposed it. And they do that because there was only one time where actually Parliament stood firm and said, and it was with the Duke of Windsor, because the Duke of Windsor wanted to have Wallis, because he wanted to be king. And he said, what if I promise you that, she's not going to be queen consort, because nobody wanted her to be queen consort. And Parliament stood firm and said, no, if you propose to change that, because that is a change in the title, for not only the title, but it's succession, if you want to do that change, we won't sign it. So we won't sign that she won't be queen consort and that she get any other title, because we don't want to be HRH. So if you propose that and you send us that letter, we will refuse it and there will be a constitutional crisis. That's the only time, as far as we know, that has happened. Other than that, they are in constant communication. So it's not hard to either remove Harry nor Meghan, nor his kids from the succession line. It has nothing to do with race. This guy defected. This guy is attacking our queen, attacking an entire culture and customs. I go to different countries. I've traveled, and I don't agree. I don't like to cover my head, but out of respect for their customs, I do. When you are in Rome, you do like the Romans. If you go to the United States, you respect their laws and rules and customs. It's called respecting a culture. This is not about race. It has never been about race, and it should stop being about race. And if anything, people should shame Meghan Markle, because that's terrible what she's done. This is a white woman. Her mother is not completely black. This is a white woman with a white kid who's claiming racism just because she's mixed race. And it's an imaginary mixed racism, because the UK and the entire Commonwealth welcome her with love, and she completely abused that. What she's saying is, if you don't give me the titles, which are higher than Catherine and William, you're racist. If you don't give me more money, you are racist. If you don't do what I say, you are racist. If you call me out in my lies, you are racist. If you don't allow me to abuse and bully the people, you are racist. No, nobody's being racist. You're being called out. She's a liar. And Harry is also another liar. So I don't want to see a letter from Buckingham Palace other than we are going to fully investigate all allegations and through its, through the end and determine one way or the other who's telling the truth. That's enough of this shit. Call them out, remove the titles. I think the UK people should I know we have coronavirus, wear your bloody mask and gloves and everything, but take it to the streets. Show your support for the monarch. If anything, because you know what the great thing about all of this is that it's the UK who decides if they want the monarchy. And all of this shit that Harry and Meghan have done have made us love our monarch more. I even am sympathetic with Charles, can you believe that? You know how much I dislike him. But enough is enough. People should take to the streets and say, we support our monarchy. Let's investigate. Let's support the staff who has been bullied and abused and their reputations are still tarnished. And say, you know what? We support our monarchy, but we want those titles removed now. Now. That's enough. The UK and the Commonwealth deserve peace. I'm sorry, I had to rant so much. But what do you think? Let me know.